Good day. My name is Ayo Emahome. We are here today on Voice for SME, and we're here to talk about a very unique industry that we know and we talk about all the time, but we have never been able to touch them as one industry. With me today to talk about that is Wale. And our talk will be on the event industry. You know, the event industry is so wide with so many different people in the entire value chain. You talk about the event planners, you talk about the cameramen, you talk about the decorators, you talk about the waitresses, you talk about so many people. It's a big headache, even though they take the headache off us for our parties. But even they themselves, the industry itself is a big headache. But we have somebody with a head big enough to carry all the headache, and who is also the founder of the event industry Nigeria. His name is Mr. Temi Tsoule.
All right, thank you. My name is Temi Tsoule. A lot of people tend to use different, because of the way the name is spelled, Tsoule, the T is silent, you know, and who is Temi Tsoule in the 2018? Different years would give different answers to that, but I'm going to say Temi Tsoule is an individual, a gentleman, I like to say, you know, that is forward-looking, that is progressive in thinking, creative in thinking, and one that bases his business and strategies on quality and integrity. So that's what, in a nutshell, what Temi is, a symbol of quality and integrity. The industry is one that I stumbled upon when I was younger, and believe it or not, I studied engineering. I'm a certified Cisco engineer from CCNA, CCDA, CCDP, CCNP written. I did Microsoft, I was working with Philips, I worked with MTech, and
so you dropped all that?
I dropped all of that for event. And when I started there, my parents were like, "You study, you've gone to school to do all of the engineering, why are you tying fabric all around Lagos?" But I have one, the reason why I went to this story is where I'm going to with your question. I'm one that I'm quick to identify the trend. I'll be able to see what the next thing would be. I always don't want to be involved with mediocrity. That's why I said quality is my symbol. The industry, the event industry in itself is a very beautiful place to be. However, it is very, very chaotic. I like to tell people that the purpose of event market and event industry, given that it is something that's been so old, but then a lot of people are not looking at the angles that I am coming from. Event market Nigeria, EMN, is an online ecosystem. I refrain from using the word platform. An ecosystem that is like we currently have today. It's a combination of all sorts of event people, from decorators to photographers.
Like network?
Network is the easy way to put it, but as an ecosystem, it's a give and take. It's not just for networking, it's a support system, it's a place where you have issues you can go because most people have already gone through those paths. It is to EMN, EMN is what Alausa or Jankara market is to Alausa. EMN to EIN is what Jankara is to Alausa. Alausa being the government in Lagos, where you have your policies, your structure, and your standards, while Alausa, the Jankara or Balogun market is the marketplace. So both of these people, or both of this system, and it's completely free, it's an open system, people come in and we do our best to verify. The reason for it, while I was in school, I was in Cisco, you know, I've always been one that likes to see different angles, different strategies. I have a branch in Houston, Texas, which was named after my son, Nathaniel King Signatures. It is such that there is always that, everybody likes to go through the sweet spot, but there are always very many aspects of the value chain that agree to most. So I've been training myself to see those unique selling points. When you say unique selling points, people just take that from a open point of view. But to help the market, I've done about 1,500 events locally.
That's quite a number.
Yes, from being the official event planner of Nigeria, decorator of Nigeria at 50, to being the official planner for
Nigeria at 50.
Yes, I was the official decorator for Nigeria at 50. We did events locally, Nigeria, Lagos, Abuja. We've done MMA 2, done different awards. We're award winning.
MMA 2?
MMA 2, yeah, we're the official.
Airport,
yes. After decorating all that I could decorate or do, conquered all, I like to say, I took on buildings, I took on projects that people don't usually want to even decorate. So what I did then was, I got a bank to sponsor a decor inspired by them for Christmas inside the facility. So the bank paid for it, while the venue needed, the airport needed decoration. They couldn't pay for it, so I got the bank to pay for it, while what the airport could sell was advertorial. So we gave them, so I was just able to do that value exchange, which is the same what EMN is doing. Be able to share and manage and sell. Well, we have a club. The reason for this is, having traveled, having done events locally and abroad, awards locally and abroad, we have realized that we are all fetching from the same pool. Let me give you an analogy with the same pool that I just mentioned. Say we are in a village and there's a pool for all of us to drink water from. Nobody's stopping you right now from how we want to drink the water. Just go there. Some will go with this cup to drink. Some will use their hand to drink. Some would go with their leg inside it and use shower and bath and drink. Some will cannonball into it. Some will use a small clean cup. Some will use their paw and they don't care. So in no time, this village would all have cholera. Except we all decide, which is already happening, by the way. There are a lot of failed project clients give a vendor a project, he doesn't deliver, he wants to run, he wants to go on Facebook and Instagram to shout out and call this person that doesn't take this person that. But then it is a ripple that we are all affected by. What happens here matters over there. And the government is not going to come and do this for us. If they will, it might not be done from an intrinsic viewpoint. It might be from, okay, this is what we want. Like recently there was a 20,000 charge per event that was levied on event people, which we are looking into seriously. So the event market platform allows for collaboration. It allows for transaction liquidity of movement of goods from services. We establish trust within the system. We have about 7,000 users now across our platforms.
Wow, that's large.
Yes, and we have an institute, Event Industry Nigeria Institute, where we have the event market hub where people come in to do training, people rent the venue for them.
Where is that?
It's in Tsoule. That's where 14 at the Basra, where we are with an event industry hub, where you have where you get your flower, you have where you get your decorator, your rental, but you really don't have where you have your depository of knowledge. If you have it, you need to project you cannot crack by yourself, instead of having to damage someone's special day, because a failure of an event could have dire consequences to the stakeholders, to the brand, to the event owners, even to you. So we try and see how much we can mitigate that. So this is a central point where you could come with your idea, knowing that it's not going to be stolen, knowing to be protected. Will help you. We have graphic artists in-house, we have 3D designers, we have real-life modulators and event planners that will help you, maybe with a percentage on there, whatever way that would work, but then we'll mentor and guide you to a successful event. You can also come in here with your laptop, a special co-working space is what the EMN hub right now is, and we hope to have it in other parts of the country. Event Industry Nigeria is a certified business. We are a group of people that see things from, okay, so my friend is a decorator, and hence I want to be a decorator. It's a sweet spot thinking. But I have realized that there are different layers to the event industry value chain that you could be a part of and still enjoy huge remuneration. So yes, I'm a decorator, sits here. You could be a photographer and you also sit here. makeup artists. These are sweet spots. Let me put this out, sweet spots in the event industry.
Okay.
But to do this, there are many infrastructures that you could also support and still make as much income as a photographer, as a videographer. That could be. Fun fact, I was the time, okay, so you could be selling fabric, for example. You could be providing financial services. You could be providing importation assistance specifically. Like this event hub that we have here is a specialized aspect of this value chain. All right, I'll give you an example. At the time, I was doing decor some years back. There's this fellow, young man, that does my fabric. Anytime I call him, this office, he will come, fabric on his head, running, sweating, anytime, anywhere I am. He's just so efficient like that. It turns out that I was not traveling to Dubai one time, and the guy was also traveling. I didn't know. I saw him when we were coming down from the airport. I saw him through him coming from the VIP first class seat, business class. I was way back in coach. And this is a young man that carries my fabric every day. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. And he was he was in first class. And I was in coach.
From him.
So, and the only thing he was doing was selling fabrics. He was selling fabric to all of us that were doing events. It was a monopolistic idea that works. So you just have to dig in, look through your system. You don't have to be a photographer like everybody is a photographer.
Sure.
You have to be a makeup artist. You could supply the makeup, you could supply the brush. You could supply the balloons that balloon manufacturers, balloon people use. You could be the one selling the balloons. You could be the one manufacturing the balloons. Which brings me to another part of what event industry in Nigeria stands for. We hope to be able to be a unified national body by 2020. Event Industry NG is what we have on Instagram. Our vision, one of our 20-point agenda, is to open 2 factories in this country, or plants. One is to manufacture glass. Realize that 5 of the 6 elements to manufacture this glass cup we have it locally in this country. But again, because of the sweet point thinking, nobody's thinking, okay, so I want to be a decorator. But then you need centerpieces and vases that these people could probably be able to, provide. We have this, people who want to run and say, there's no light in this country. But then, even in America right now, in 2018, Trump is talking about his coal city, his coal country, his coal people. We have coal in Enugu. You could establish this and still eat the same industrial age, technology and work for us. So that's one of the things that we hope to diversify the thinking of the average Nigerian. Because we import a lot of this from our vases to our charger plates to our cups. Most of this, even your decor comes through here. So we at the very industry are specializing, and in the institute, specializing in providing this type of unique or exposure to the event value chain via the event market ecosystem. So that's. Okay, there was one I did. Yeah. Okay. So I did one for someone that has a street in VI, and it was fun. It was years back. And the VIP was such that if your father's name is not in VI, you cannot be in VIP. That is, you can be Awolowo Road. I mean, there was a guy that came in between then, and you couldn't enter. You couldn't be in VIP. You could be a guest, but you couldn't be. Adetokunbo Ademola or Injala Yemi, Osuma Badiwe were cool. These were the families I had in VIP, and it was a strict rule. It wasn't like they were playing, And
so no matter how much you have,
that's what it was. It wasn't even how much you had. It was a VIP person.
Okay.
That's how they planned it.
Yeah, interesting.
Do you understand? And if you didn't have your fan, they were so top niche that came and it made sense. It was fun. I admit on. I done another event that had only 2 people.
An event?
Yes, husband and wife. He spent an obscene amount of money to decorate the pool area of his house. Just to clean up the whole road. The woman didn't know where she was again. It was our own house, but it depends on how you want to scale it.
Yes.
Done national, been done, so. Yeah. And we've done events abroad as well. It's not just Nigeria. And we realize that a lot of standards, a lot of easy ways to do what we all do in this hard manner, which is why event market is something that I'm working with to provide an easy platform for the young people. The veterans also can also improve their game. There's also a space for the young ones. We have an affiliate programs that are doing to the NYSC camps with the institute. So we just ensure that yes, this is a working ecosystem and value chain, but you do not have to be only a decorator or what you see everybody else doing. Just find your niche, carve it, clean it, make it work with quality and integrity, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
Well, passion behind event market for many years doing events. There's always been this issue of not having a camaraderie feel and look and feel within ourselves. And really, the more we fight ourselves, the more we act, obnoxious to each other's fears, concerns, and strengths, is the more we have our clients using us against each other. So for all the while I've been working, the mutual place that we all, or the common place that we all come to, are either we meet at venues or rental offices, or those are the common areas. And even in those spaces, you are not friends. If you meet at the venue, you are thinking this person wants to take your staff, you are thinking that person is talking to your driver, you want to do things. That's how it works. You don't really like this person. Or maybe at the vendors meeting prior to that event, you guys have had this part. So there really isn't nowhere, except when you do training, even at the and the market is big for everyone. There's so much money. If I was to even give you an idea of the size of, which I'm sure you want me to say, the size of the market, it would interest you. So no place that I know of, or when I was growing up, that had a ready waiting hand to receive and assist the event industry members. Just everybody wants to keep it a secret. I'm doing this, don't let them know. It's not that big a deal. The more you hide it, the less we all have. If you share, the more you share, the better for everyone. You learn more. In the next 2 years, hopefully we should have a full event industry and event market, actually. I'm the convener of event market. We have a president for Event Industry Club Association. We have a training schedule and an institute. We have some foreign partnership for project management, legal clinic. And we also have some pioneer skill acquisition, organized skill acquisition strategies that we hope to help the average Nigerian youth. And I think in every line of work, you need to actually study and learn. If you observe enough, you would see you should let passion pull you. You should do something you enjoy. You shouldn't do it because everybody else is doing it. You should definitely not do it because of that. Okay. Do it because you enjoy it. Do it because even if you're not being paid, you will still do it. Okay. And that was what happened when I was doing when I left IT. I did engineering, enjoyed it to a large extent, but I had to stop after a while, and I did events, and I enjoyed doing events. So one way or the other, I find my way inside. So do only what you enjoy doing, and if event is what it is, you do not have to be a decorator, you do not have to be a photographer, you could be the one servicing the lens. You actually have a company right now and say, I service photography lenses. And I am sure you would have a lot more customers that you looking for a client for your photography photo shoot. So it is just understanding the blue ocean strategy and knowing how and what you should play to. So pay attention, read a lot of books. I would recommend Blue Ocean Strategy first of all, if anybody wants to come into the industry. You don't need a lot of money, but you need to have a lot of guts and wits about you. You don't have to carry and have to go and invest, but you need to learn, you need to know. If you don't know, you actually halfway lost before you started. This is the event market hub, where we have people coming for. It's also like a thing I feel the industry will benefit from. It's a specialized co-creation hub, whereby you can come in with your ideas, and we would be with someone here, a professional, either me or our colleagues, or even that would be here, that would advise you, that would support you, that would give you content from invoice to presentation strategies that would allow you to get the job that you have in mind. A Voice for SME is a lovely initiative. I think it is something that would allow for the entire industry to have a documentation of where they are and where they are going. So in 5-10 years time, it's something you can look, oh really, oh wow, this, and I did this some years back, and I think it is something that we should embrace. It is forward thinking, and it is important for your mark in the history books, or sense of time within our space or whatever you are doing. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.